this is my code. I've had some issues with Yuja, so I just have to do it here. At the top, I import time because I pause it for users to do it in the bottom, but I have the inventory as a list so that I can store items, and then the current room equals entrance. That tracks the player's current location. It starts them out at the top. The first room is the entrance. It shows a function with a bunch of spots that you can do, and then a loop. The second one is the shed. It has the same basic format, except in this one you have a key that you can pick up and add to your inventory. And then if you already have it, it'll just print out you already have the key. So there's that append part right there, and then it has the same basic loop that the first room had. The grand hall is the next one here. That's just kind of the basic format for each of the rooms. This one just kind of goes to every other room. So you've got the function at the top with all of the options, and then the loop that actually, makes the options available. Then this is the library. This is, same setup on the top, but this one has a chest that can only be unlocked if you have the key in your inventory. And then it will append a scroll that you pick up to the list inventory as you go. And then same basic loop for the rest of that one. Then for the dining room, it's mostly like the grand hall. So that one is just the function and then the loop. And then this is the secret room. This one's a little different because it will either print it glows with a hidden message, or it is covered in cryptic runes, debating on whether you have the scroll. And then if you do, it will say a treasure lies underneath the chandelier, which means the game is finished, or it says it makes no sense and that there is a clue somewhere else. So if you don't have the scroll, it'll pop up that, and then you need to go find it in the library. And then if you also don't have the key, then you have to go to the shed and find that first. So that's kind of the little puzzle part on that. I futzed with the wording here for a little bit, but we'll get past that here in a second. Okay. And then same basic loop and function part. And then this is another room. It's the game start. That one is just so you can have it there. That's the main loop that goes through each of the rooms, and then the run the game. And then I'm going to run through it. It says, welcome to the mysteries. This is kind of the welcome page showing you what to do. This is the first one, and then each of the rooms has a look around option that you can choose. So each of them will pop up something that says, you look around and this is there. Like so, and then if you press return, it'll just return to the same room. But you can move in, and here's the shed, and then you can take the key. So it'll take the rusty key and it'll add it to the inventory. Then you can go to the entrance again here in a second. So you can click back to the entrance if you put in 2 and then press enter. Almost. Already have the key. And so if you take that option twice, then it'll say you already have the key. And then now you're at the entrance, so then you can go to the grand hall, and then this is where you can go to a bunch of the different rooms. If you go to the library first, it'll say there's a chest that you can try and open. So there's that, and then once you are in there, it'll say you try to open the chest. And then if you go in there and open the chest with the key, you'll get a scroll. And then once you have the scroll, you can go to the secret room, and it will then give the option that ends the game. And it'll say, congratulations, you got it'll say, congrats, you got the treasure. But there's 2 different options. There's a key and a scroll. So